Thank you for having this meeting here today. I just wanted to share bring a couple things to your attention. One is I'm very concerned these meetings are only happening bi-monthly now. I don't know the reason for that. If it's a budget issue, I can say that I'm very disappointed because it's a clear message that this mayor does not care about the disabled. These meetings are extremely important, and they're one of the only ways that disabled people can be involved in making sure that we have access to services that affect our lives. When I have a problem, I have two options. If I have a problem with a city service, I can call a lawyer or I can ask MOD to step in and help. These meetings were created so that less litigation would be brought against City Hall and the City of San Francisco, and so that disabled people would have better access to resources. These meetings are terrific. They're run by people with disabilities, and so people listen usually. And I think they're a very good thing, and they should happen. I've always been a little concerned that these meetings are not well attended. I don't think that's the fault of staff. I think outreach, definitely needs to be done. I lived in San Francisco for 10 years with major disabilities before I knew the existence of these meetings. And I'm very active in civic life. I consider myself quite active. I try to stay up to date with what's going on. So I think there can be some outreach done, especially at hospitals. I think it wouldn't be too hard to go to SF General and get a piece of paper that says, hey, do you know about these meetings if you're having problems accessing city services? I'd like to point out that disability homelessness is on the rise in this city. As of yesterday, the homeless count in the city right now is over 8,000. It's 8,100 people according to the San Francisco Chronicle, and a vast number of those are disabled people. If you are living on disability, you have a major disability, you can only make a maximum of about $900 a month. There is no place in San Francisco that will rent to a disabled person for $900 a month. So if you're severely disabled, you get injured on the job, you get in a car accident, you're homeless. That's it. You're on the streets. And so that's a really important thing. Also, the disability suicide rate is climbing. We don't like to talk about that. It's a dark subject, but it's a reality, and it's a problem. So those are the main matters I wanted to bring to your attention. Also, I had brought up over email previously that I was harassed by a police officer here in City Hall. This was a very serious problem, and one that I think really speaks to some of the challenges disabled people face. I was told I was sitting in the far corner of the room, as farthest away from the door as possible, resting my back because I have a spinal injury. A police officer approached me, told me that I was a fire hazard, said this wasn't a public park, and that I couldn't lay down. He would not stop harassing me until I produced a letter from my doctor documenting my condition. I sent a video of this to MOD staff, originally on January 26th. I then sent emails on February 1st, February 8th, April 12th, April 25th. Finally, on April 26th, I got a response from Director Nicole Bond saying that it was being looked into, but I'm very much looking forward to finding out what the results are of that investigation by MOD staff. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe we have another public comment.
Yes, Allison Ferrari from the Lighthouse.